Hello everyone, today's video, another bonus video if you want to look at it in those terms. What we're looking at is a recap of what we've been creating in the last few weeks with our database application. So we started with this video here, which started as a tutorial and then turned into dealing with a couple of issues that were which I did not anticipate. Then we've added each week, added more functionality to the program, and here we are now where we have where we've got using a DB grid controller to provide us with searching functionality. We've got an about box coloring, and an export function to CVS. So that's where the program is now. Here is the series, and I've got my notes here to work with, to keep me on the straight and narrow here. So this program, isn't the standard to do type application. It's maybe a little demonstration of something that I might use at work if I were able to run it on my phone. And it began as a little program with an SQLite database, Lazarus form, and it's grown to something a bit larger than that. And along the way we've added in, as I said, searching, coloring rows, an about box which could be improved, a CVS export functionality, and sorting. And along the way, there were some challenges which needed to be dealt with. And in the initial videos we also used SQL program, and we used that to create the database. And then in the second video to add some more columns to the database so we could monitor additional information, such as when the record was added, modified, and so on. And most of this progress in the application came from experimenting with functionality that came with FreePascal, and or functionality that was available through the online package manager. And if nothing else, or if one thing I would like people to be able to get out of this little project, was that building a database application is more than just data entry and slapping grids onto forms and inputting data. To be truly useful, there are other functions that need to be incorporated, and these could be these are user interface oriented as well. Things like sorting, searching. We haven't done any reports as such, but they are another feature of a good, well-rounded database application. You've got needing to export data. You obviously need to have things like about boxes which can aid in support and debugging. And then there are also other user interface nuances or things to consider, such as alignment, to make the overall experience pleasant for the end user. And each video that we did, the intention was to bring the application closer to that goal. Now, one of the strengths about the Lazarus or FreePascal environment is that it is a rapid application development tool, and that you can build things quite easily. And also using or installing packages through the online package manager, I would consider to be a breeze, and straightforward. Adding new functionality was less about doing things from scratch, but being able to find and use a tool which was largely available online, which goes along that mantra of don't reinvent the wheel, don't repeat yourself, etc. And it allows then you or myself in this particular instance to focus on the let's say the features of an application, rather than having to write boilerplate code to let's say perform a CSV export or to incorporate searching. As we progressed in this series, though, there were a number of challenges then that we found, and probably the largest of these was in relation to documentation, which was either I don't want it missing, or items not explained, or changes within a component that made the documentation out of date with what I was seeing. And this in particular was, with the DB grid controller, where the DB grid now became a read-only, not a read-only, sorry, a runtime property that you would set, rather than being a published property which you could set, at design time. And I feel then that the in having incorrect documentation can be worse than having missing documentation, because it means you might be wasting more time trying to work out how to do something. But I don't feel this is an issue which is, let's say, exclusive in that Pascal domain, and especially for when you have something that maybe not so mainstream. Now, I will say in particular, the DB grid controller, it did say also that it wasn't tested in, let's say my environment, so, and if you look at the package file itself, it lists everything up to about 3.2, I think, for FreePascal, but it is what it is. But Lazarus and FreePascal though make it easy for us to experiment, to be able to try things out, to figure out how to make them work. And in some respects that learning can be beneficial in itself. Again, learning the lingo, learning the syntax, looking at other code provides insights that can be invaluable. So what I will say is that the thing that probably surprised me the most is how far this little tiny application became, or has come. So from a grid just tied to a database, it's grown into something which actually has functionality, and mostly done by using the documentation that was online despite those challenges. And this shows how far that you can actually get without needing to write things from scratch, and with small incremental steps you can build something larger than you might otherwise have thought. Overall, the ecosystem around FreePascal and Lazarus is in a fairly good shape, I will say. The tools are solid. I feel that the online package manager is good, although its documentation doesn't quite match what's on the FreePascal site either. And I guess part of that then tells me that, well, does the community then have to do a little bit more in respect to keeping the documentation up to date, because that would obviously help those who are newer to the language. But I would say that the experience of working with these libraries and looking at them and playing with them and using them can be rewarding in itself. So if nothing else, I think that for me, if I could offer one little bit of advice to anyone watching this video who has made it this far, don't be critical of developers if the documentation's up to date. As I said in the previous videos, if you do find documentation that is out of date, help the community, add documentation, write something yourself, and help this community to be. And on that note, I'll say thank you, happy coding, and bye for now.